Welcome back to the Division 2. In this video we are going to be going through all of the Polarity Switch Global Event challenges, and I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to do them. There's not going to be gameplay, we're going to sit in the menu and talk about them because I can explain what you need to do to complete them without actually needing to go and do it myself. I've completed all besides 2 because I didn't need to do those 2. It got really tedious and I wasn't really wanting to do it, but I'm one of those people that once I start something, I do want to finish it off. So I've claimed all of the rewards for it, and we're going to jump straight into it. So eliminating positive polarity hostiles, you've just got to kill the ones that have the yellow above their head. Some of these are self-explanatory, but a couple of tips I can give to help out as well is skills do not have a polarity. So you can use your turrets, your seekers, you can use them all and you will not be shocked. You can't kill the wrong enemy. And it's more tactical to play this, you need to think a lot more. So don't just try and run and gun the missions because chances are you'll get caught out and you'll get screwed over, you'll be shocked and then you'll be one-tapped by an enemy. Carrying on with the challenges, eliminate negative polarity hostiles with headshot kills, that's the ones with blue above their head, you've got to get headshots. Eliminating negative polarity hostiles with the polarity damage buff active. I've been speaking to Pete about these challenges and I can't remember if you do need to be at max polarity, it doesn't state you do. But basically when you're killing enemies during this event, each kill you get, you'll see a number. When you're aiming down your sight, there'll be a number from 1 to 5 above your right shoulder. That will be your damage buff. Once that goes up to 5, that's the highest it can be, and it gives you a lot of extra damage. But you need to be careful, if you shoot the wrong enemy, that damage is going to be incredibly decreased. Like, you're not going to deal anywhere near as much damage. But kill the blue ones with the damage buff active, that is challenge 3. Change the polarity of hostile fire teams. If you're playing solo, just whack the difficulty on story if you're doing a mission or normal difficulty or something. Go up to enemies and melee them. Or you can use the Sweet Dreams shotgun exotic if you have that. Because the red bar enemies, I think it goes across all difficulties because of the talent. The red bar enemies will be a one-tap, and I believe it's veterans as well. Although if you are in a team, if you're playing in a group, you can have one person healing you whilst you're running around like a headless chicken and smacking the shit out of all the enemies. Then challenge number 5 for day 1, eliminate positive polarity hostiles while they're on fire. You can use the incinerator turret, you can use the Imperial Dynasty exotic holster if you have that. You can use incendiary grenades. You can also shoot some of the canisters in the missions. For doing this entire event, I would strongly recommend doing the Outcast missions, as they probably have the best archetypes to do this sort of stuff with. And then the final one speaks for itself, complete a main mission on hard or above. Jumping into day 2. Eliminate negative polarity hostiles, that's just killing enemies with the blue above their head. Then it switches round, you have to eliminate positives with headshot kills, so that's the yellow guys. Then eliminate positive polarity hostiles with the polarity damage buff active. Again, that's just switched around from day 1, yellows instead of blues. Then you will need to achieve the highest polarity damage buff multiplier, so again that goes up to 5. You're going to see mega sort of damage numbers if you get it up to 5, and if you're in a room and there are, say there's 6 enemies left but you're already on stage 5 of the buff, then just wait for it to run out and start it all over again. Just sit behind cover, keep yourself alive. Then challenge number 5, eliminate hostiles of the opposite polarity. There are 2 ways you can do this. You can either use skills. So say you have a weapon that's set to yellow so it's positive, use skills and target the blue ones. Or the other way around. Or if you are playing in a group, the other thing you can do is have one of your teammates get an enemy down to really low health, and then you just finish them off with the final shot. So say you're using the Baker's Dozen or the classic M1A, you just take the final shot. You're going to be shocked, so be careful when you were doing it, but as long as your friend gets them down to really, really low health, you will be able to one-tap them. Then the final one, the most stupid challenge in this whole global event, take a photo of positive and negative polarity hostiles together. All you've got to do, if you're on Xbox, is press start, hold X to go into photo mode, and then if you see positive and negative in the same screenshot, then just press your Xbox guide button, press Y to take a screenshot. That is that photo taken. Then jumping into day 3 challenges, eliminate negative polarity hostiles with weak point kills, so that's the blue enemies you have to kill. And you can either target the weak points with a weapon, or you can use the Demolisher Firefly, because that will target the weak points and destroy them for you. And again, Outcast is the best way to do this. They have the most sort of archetypes that have weak points on them without them being a boss. So you would have the grenadiers that throw incendiary grenades at you. You can destroy their bags. That will set them on fire. You've got the suiciders, so you can explode their chest. There are a few more in there, but that's the weak point kills. Shock 3 hostiles of the same polarity at the same time. The best way to do this is, like, a lot of it comes down to luck, because they need to be the same polarity, whether they're negative or positive. I was trying to do this. I was running Potomac Event Center with the Outcasts, and I literally just, in the middle of a wave change during the end boss fight, I threw my shock trap onto the stage, and luckily enough, there were 3 enemies of the same polarity that come in at the same time. They all got shocked, and that was challenge done. That one does seem to be a little bit tougher, but the shock trap is your best friend with that one. Then take over a control point without being shocked or leaving the capture radius. So just make sure you're staying inside the area for that control point, and just don't kill the wrong polarity enemy and you'll be fine. So if need be, put your global difficulty down to normal. Complete any main mission on challenging or above. Eliminate positive polarity hostiles with a specialization weapon. I was running sharpshooter for this one, and it's just take down yellow enemies. When I say yellow, I don't mean elite or named enemies. I mean the ones that have the yellow polarity like switch above their head. And then eliminate polarized hostiles with a melee attack. Again, you can use the Sweet Dream shotgun if you have it. If not, you can have a healer. It's pretty much the same as the previous one. Besides, you actually need to kill the hostiles with the melee attack. Then into day 4, eliminate hostiles while avoiding being shocked. You have to do 50 of these, and it has to be 50 in a row. If you get to 49 and then you get shocked, it resets. You've got to do all 50 all over again. So just be careful with how you're playing. If you're running a skill build, it's going to be a lot easier. Although if you are running group, make sure you don't have someone like me in the group, because Pete was doing this. He got to about 42. I meleeed an enemy, and he shot the enemy that I meleeed with the wrong polarity on his arm, and he ended up getting shocked and had to start it all over again. So if you're running a group, just make sure that your teammates are not meleeing enemies. Then the second one, eliminate positive polarity outcasts. That's perfect because most of this will be run through outcast missions. So that's the ones with the yellow symbol above their head. Eliminate 5 positive followed by 5 negative. You've just got to kill 5 yellows in a row and then 5 blues straight after that. And then the final one that I actually completed, because that completed every single reward. I got all of them from the event for doing this one. Complete any stronghold on hard or above. We run capital building because at the time, I don't know if it's going to be when you're watching this video, but when we did it, it was the invaded stronghold. So we tried doing the Black Tusk with grenades at the same time. But that one is a pain in the arse because we were only doing it on hard difficulty, and whenever you throw a grenade, then normally it's got to be the concussion or a frag grenade or something to deal enough damage to kill the enemies. When you throw one at Black Tusk, they're just going to combat roll out of the radius. The grenade launcher doesn't work for this one, the specialization grenade launcher. So if you are going to be doing that one, if you want to complete all of these challenges regardless of not getting rewards for the last 2, then try and use the shock trap, trap them in position and then throw grenades at them. I mean, you've only got to do 10, so it's not that bad, but I've got every reward, so there is literally no need for me to do it. Then the final challenge we have is to eliminate negative polarity hostiles with a specialization weapon, so the same as the previous day. This time around it's the blues instead of the yellows. And on that note, that is going to do it for the video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and also, if you have done all of these in your own time using tips from this video or anything, let me know what you got in your exotic cache. I was lucky enough to get the Diamondback rifle fully god rolled, and we're going to leave the video there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.